games, my guy.
Doing goes the dynamite.
It's only a game. Why do you have to be mad?
Hello, and welcome back to Games My Guy podcast, the esports podcast by fans for fans. My name is Patrick Aches Avery Kenny, and joined as always with Ethan Doc Goose Butler. And today we have a man who is not known for video games on the show today, but he is an actor for stage and screen. You'll see him in his quarantine videos. He does all sorts of craziness. Robert Can't Stopoli Popoli. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm so good. But I've never heard my name pronounced like that. So that's a
It's
new one.
beautiful. I assume that's the correct Italian pronunciation.
Yeah, am I saying
It is
that
now.
correct?
Yeah, that is officially. I'm gonna change it after this episode.
Perfect. Popoli. Robert Popoli,
Popoli.
a good friend, a good friend of the podcast. And we wanted to bring him on because, you know, even you're a gamer yourself. You do play video games.
In the, I guess, the most technical of that term, yes. I do. I have played games on a TV screen that are considered video games.
That's good. I mean, like, everyone's got video games that they're in their childhood and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
I know we talked a little bit about Paper Mario at the beginning.
Oh boy, yes.
Yeah, so I went over to this man's house. We both live in Toronto. We're in our social bubbles. Please, no one yell at us. But I went over to Robert's house, and he was like telling me about all this stuff, and then he showed me Paper Mario, Origami. What's it? Origami King?
Paper Mario: The Origami King.
The Origami King, right? And he was
Is it a
like,
game, or did he make like a Paper Mario? Or
Could you imagine? I'm like, Patrick, come over, and it's just me sitting with a bunch of origami in my living room.
yeah, all the lights off.
Patrick, look at my collection.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, it's a new game, Patrick.
We make ourselves an origami. It's gonna be great.
No, it is a new game, Ethan. It's on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were already like super stoked about it when
Literally.
you talked about it.
I cried multiple times. It's like I've never experienced something like that in a video game. I literally was weeping.
Jeez. Like,
But
it's
my roommate did too, so it's not just me being an emotional mess. Like I literally just,
Right,
it's
yeah.
like quality game. I don't know.
it is a really good game, and it's so like not, I don't know, like it's so chill. It feels like an open world, but like when you go into levels and stuff, like you just kind of like walk around, and like if you want to fight people, you run into them and fight them, but like if not, you can just like shoot confetti at places and stuff.
Just
That's
have
the
a
thing,
ball.
Yeah, well, I think it's considered an RPG. I've never played a Mario RPG before. So,
Right.
And again, like I've never played any of the other Paper Marios, so like I've been told this isn't even the best one. So, I'm in for trouble, I guess, when I find the old ones because I loved this one. But
Yeah. Well, you're a big Nintendo guy too, right?
my main thing is like Nintendo, Super Mario, all that jazz
Yeah.
Great
kind
show.
of stuff. Yeah. I swear.
Did you, so like was it like something that you and your dad did, or like how did you get into it?
I guess now you bring it up, yes, because when I was little we had the N64, so I guess my dad and I would play like Super Mario Brothers on the N64.
Oh, okay.
I think that's correct. It's
Yeah.
either this. I always get the N64 and the Super Nintendo mixed up because I was so young.
You just
Because-
can't remember which one it was.
I don't. It was one of them, and
Yeah.
we played again. I don't remember which Super Mario was. It was like one of the. It was either like 1, 2, or 3. I don't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
Because I mean, depending on the system, obviously would solve that mystery. I haven't
Right.
really, I guess, dug deep on that one.
Yeah,
but,
you could bring it down to a couple games, but yeah. It's
yeah.
I mean, like Super Mario Odyssey is a game that I remember you talking about a bunch.
I can't even. Super Mario Odyssey is the reason I bought a Nintendo Switch because I stopped. Well, I guess like the GameCube came out when I was like 6, and the Wii came out like shortly-ish after that.
Right.
But the distance between those two things feels astronomical.
Yeah, they're so
right?
different
Like,
games.
It's so even
GameCube
between like
was so popular for so long. Yeah.
yeah, but like the GameCube to the Wii feels like 20 years of my life, but it was like not even remotely that.
It was
By
not.
the time by the time the Wii came out, was I think like my golden age of like I like love Nintendo. I love all these games, even though my favorite games are on the GameCube. It's weird how that works out. But I guess around as I got older through high school, I kind of stopped playing. So like by grade 12, by the time I like went to first university, I like literally did not play video games for like the entirety of university. We didn't even have a TV at my student house. Like no video games, nothing. I didn't even have time.
Jeez.
Not, Ethan is freaking out. I can see him on the
No
screen.
TV. I just losing my mind.
Literally,
Why?
I had to study, Ethan.
That doesn't make any sense.
some of us went to
You wanna know
school
how
to
I studied
study.
for
Some of
ancient
us-
history in
some of us
school?
had
I watched the
war.
TV show Rome. That's how I learned.
Oh
Oh,
my
you
god! I'm like
learned
that would be me saying I watched American Idol and did my music degree.
you learned from Rome, the TV
Have you ever
show?
seen Rome?
Yes, I would
It's
not.
great. It's reasonably accurate, except for the main two characters.
I've been to Rome
There you go.
once.
You haven't watched it, Robert? As an Italian man, I feel
That-
you need to watch it.
Yeah.
Rome.
I feel like maybe it's not the connection there.
It's cultural. Everyone's British,
Yeah,
as I assume ancient Rome was. They all
everyone's
spoke
British.
Fluent English.
I'm like, I shouldn't watch Rome because I'm Italian, but also me with Super Mario. This is my favorite. For those people listening, I just put on a Super Mario hat.
Yeah, it's
You-
kind
you
of
missed the visual gag. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to toss Patrick.
it's
his,
kind of crazy. It's just like sometimes you just get hats and you just
They
kind
just
of
come-
hope.
Gentlemen, I wish there, I was let in on this hat bit because
I'd
now
like-
I'm sitting here with no hat.
If I
none
could
with an
trust
armed
the postal
reach.
service, I would have made you one. Ethan.
I would have liked a wall.
like expedited it to you.
Exactly. I feel like we're making fun of Italians too much, but like it's literally we're talking to
love.
you.
Too much. I think
And
once I was like, I like Mario, and once Ethan was like, you should watch Rome.
Yeah,
And
and
Italians have had enough.
We've
Yeah.
talked about them.
and we
They're good
ended
people.
up in Mario hats. I mean, it's just a full.
Yes, we
it's a
are
full
all
circle.
in Mario hats. We're all sitting here in hats.
This is a great episode for YouTube. I like it a lot. It's good.
Yeah, but for the podcast, I'm so sorry you're missing all the visual gags.
The whole
Everyone
episode is
not
just
watching.
visual gags.
I swear all you're missing are just a couple Mario and Luigi hats. Pull them up on
Just a
Google
few.
Images, and you can get the full effect of what you're seeing. I made these for Halloween costumes last year. I work at an escape room, so what we did was the week of Halloween, we had to dress up every day. And me being me, I was like, well, I'm not doing the same costume for 5 days straight. So I did 5 different costumes. So the first day I was Eeyore. So I just wore a donkey onesie and put a pink bow on the tail. But the second day I was Mario because one of my really good friends in Toronto, Tara Wink, was Bowser that day. So I was like, well, I'm gonna be Mario. So I bought a pair of overalls and I made the hat. And the next
there
day
you
I
go.
was, yeah, it was great. And then the next day I was Fix-It Felix from Wreck-It Ralph. Don't get me started on that movie. It makes me bawl my eyes out. At 4 specific points every time without fail. And then the Halloween day, October 31st, 2019, Luigi's Mansion 3 came out. So I was Luigi that day at work. Because it was
Jeez.
Halloween and the game came out and I had the overalls. And so I just made the green hat. And here we are with my hats.
I remember my favorite look was your Mario and her Bowser look.
Bowser.
I thought that was awesome. That was so sick.
It was literally the best. Oh, then we went to a haunted house that night. We went to the Castle Loma haunted house that night. We were dressed up like
God.
that.
That's awesome.
Her hair was like all dyed red and like put up. It was sick.
Jeez.
That's commitment.
That is.
commitment
It
right
was,
there.
Yeah.
Halloween is her favorite time of the year, like
And it
more than
shows.
anything else.
Yeah. That.
And it works. It's great.
A wonderful time of year.
Yeah. Oh man. So Robert, what kind of games are you playing right now?
Right now, well, I just finished Paper Mario, so like literally that.
Right.
So he's going to need a minute just to recover, of course.
Yeah,
That's
I'm like, I
very-
need to recover myself. Well, because here's the thing. Here's the hot gossip around the town is that Nintendo is. So this is the 35th anniversary this year of Super Mario. So the biggest rumor right now is that Nintendo's remastering all the old like platformers, like the Galaxy, Sunshine for the Switch. So if that happens, that's the
Gonna be some
next.
business right.
Mushroom Kingdom are going on vacation to Isle Delfino. So the plane arrives and they find graffiti everywhere, but it's like
No.
the goo that hurts Mario. It's some pretty intense graffiti, but Mario finds out that someone has been like masquerading as him almost. So it's like Shadow Mario is what they call it. So it's like a goo version of Mario. That's the one doing all this, but he looks exactly like Mario. So Mario gets blamed and arrested and thrown in jail for these crimes when he arrives on the island.
It's serious business.
It's serious. It's like literally the opening like scene is like 25 minutes long, and it's like Mario sitting in jail like depressed. It's really dark. But then essentially the entire game is he has to clean up the island. So it's like he has to do community service. Like that's the
Of course.
game.
Which makes sense. You know, he's a
It's
criminal.
like
He's in
he has
jail.
to clean up. He has to clean up all the graffiti and the goo. That's
Yes.
Super Mario Sunshine.
I can see why it's very popular. It
A
teaches
game
people
about
important lessons.
a community service is my #1 game of all time.
It's the punishment fits the crime, I think.
It's true.
In this
He's
The
had
crime
it
he
too
didn't
good for
commit.
so long.
A crime he did not commit, you're right. But it's like I loved that game so much, and it like made me think, because I didn't really like platformers as a kid. I don't know why. I just like really wasn't into them. But Super Mario Sunshine kind of like showed me what platformers could be, and like it doesn't all have to be about like platforming. There's also like jumping and shooting, and there's like you can slide and you can like make paths out of like the goo with your backpack. What's the backpack's name again?
Flood.
Flood.
FLUDD. And I'm so mad I cannot remember what it stands for, and I don't know how I forget.
Flood.
I'm so upset. It's like an
I
acronym.
thought you guys
right?
were experts at this. Like,
I'm really embarrassed. I'm truly embarrassed that I don't remember what it's called.
Flood. I love it.
It's an invention of Professor Egad.
There you
It
go.
was featured in Luigi's Mansion.
Which
So
is
Egad's symbol is on Flood.
oh.
But Egad is the professor who's like in the basement of the mansion and like gives Luigi all of his fun little gadgets for the Luigi's Mansion franchise.
I
So we
love
can
that.
fight the ghosts. I know that part.
Luigi's Mansion, my other favorite game of all time.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like a top tie between Super Mario Sunshine. There's room for both. Each brother gets equal
Equal love in your
equal
heart.
love.
equal love for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which were you more excited for? Hearing that Super Mario Odyssey was coming out, or Luigi's Mansion, the newer one?
I think Luigi's Mansion was more excited because Odyssey, like I was explaining before, I didn't really play games during university at all. So after I graduated, I started working as an actor in Toronto, and the Switch had been out for like a year at this point. And everyone was like, Super Mario Odyssey. And I was like, this is like the next Mario, because I loved Sunshine, obviously, but I also loved both of the Super Mario Galaxies, 1 and 2.
Right. Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
that was like,
Yeah.
when I was at like my prime on the Wii, I was like, those were like blew my mind. So I was like, oh my god, I probably should play Odyssey, but like whatever. And then something hit me, and I was like, Robert, you can't not play a Mario game. You can't play like a main Mario platformer. So I literally bought a Switch just to get Odyssey like that Christmas. And the rest is history. I devoured Odyssey like in
my
days. It's like it was brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Well, it had so much hype when it first got released. Like that game was the game to get that winter. Like it was
I
crazy.
even remember it was very big.
Yeah.
Like when it was coming out, the trailers were all over the place, and it was going to sell out fucking stores, and clearly it did.
It's so well done. It's truly a cross between Super Mario Sunshine and like Mario 64.
Is Odyssey the one where he throws his hat, possesses people?
Correct.
Yes.
Very
you-
good. Okay, I knew.
But
I
he
remember that.
possesses like enemies and objects that you can manipulate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I saw him do the dinosaur in the trailer.
That is just cinematic, really.
Wait, really?
Yes, in like the opening world, you like possess a dinosaur and you run around as the dinosaur, like breaking like rocks and stuff.
When
That's a very lame way of
Yeah.
describing how you do it. It's actually
so
epic.
when
It's brilliant.
when I found out about Mario Odyssey, the first thing that I saw was that like you can become this like T-Rex, you can become whatever you want. And I was super stoked to see what like the T-Rex part was like. And it's cinematic. You can't like take them and you like go somewhere else into like
Oh, no,
a
no,
new
I think
world.
he's
No, you
saying,
do.
No. He's saying that it's
It's like-
so well made. It's like
Yeah, it's like this. Like there's like
gotcha.
the music swells and you're like running and you're like it's roaring as you run around as the dinosaur and it's like it's an experience. I was
That's
like,
rad.
what's happening? It was so good. I was like, best $700 I've ever spent.
Yeah, honestly.
To become a
Worth
dinosaur.
every penny.
You can't not be the dinosaur in that game.
But I'm glad. I truly have absolutely adored my Switch. So I'm like, that really opened the world up of like of gaming again for me, and like this new era of Nintendo. So I'm like grateful for that, and like and I've been now playing the Switch ever since. It's like the third year now, and I've like got a bunch of games, and like
Yeah.
and I just finished Paper Mario, which made me cry because it was so good, and like I'm just not disappointed. Nintendo's not been disappointing me with the Switch.
Yeah.
I will say that.
When other game developers have just kind of redone the same formula over and over again, you can really look at Nintendo and see exactly like what kind of work goes into their games. Like they're not building the same game over and over and over again. Like they're starting from the ground up and making games that are memorable and like make people want to go back and play them. Like even just me watching you play Paper Mario was like, oh my God, I want to play fucking Paper Mario.
Yeah, and imagine if I wasn't weeping.
Yeah.
It probably would have been more enjoyable.
Imagine if the mascara wasn't running down your face. I would have loved it.
But that's such a testament to Nintendo too, because you're completely right. But at the same time, like they're fully like, hey, we're not even gonna add anything to Sunshine. Like we're just gonna remaster it. And I'm like, take all of my money. Like I could easily just go play Sunshine right now on my GameCube, but instead I'll pay the money for the remaster on the Switch and probably cry all over again, and my whole childhood's gonna come flooding back. And you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
you're gonna slightly update the graphics. Here's $95.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll buy a new game for that.
Nintendo owns
take
my
two.
soul.
I'll take
Literally, Nintendo owns every part of me. They're like, we're gonna resell you the same game, and I'm like,
Great.
absolutely, I'm gonna
Thank
buy
you.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for this gift. you've given me. As if
Say
I don't
no
already
more.
have it.
Say no
As if
more.
I haven't
I'm
played.
sold.
Yeah.
Just give me the game.
Damn. Like, yeah,
They have me in the palm of their hand.
right in the palm of your hand.
Right there. And they can
Like
crush it
Patrick.
at any second. They can just close that fist and I'm done.
I feel like that's like Patrick with Halo. Like, they could do anything with Halo, and Patrick would be like, "Yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm ready."
I'm still playing Halo 2 and Halo 3, which are very dead games right now. Like no one plays that. Like there's like maybe at peak like 6,000 people, maybe.
Because you have Halo stories from like 18 years ago.
This man's a semi-pro player, man.
I
You gotta
do.
remember, we're sitting here with a pro gamer.
Yeah, I like to. That's how I start all of my interviews with people. I just tell them that I was a semi-pro player when I was 13.
Like back in 2003 when I was playing Halo. It's
Great time.
Yeah, in
It's like
between my nap times, I would play Halo. Fuck. Yeah. No, man. Like there's certain for me, Halo is that series that just like gets me. I just like, it doesn't matter how I'm feeling, what mood I'm in. If I'm playing Halo, I'm having a good time. Doesn't matter. Really does not matter. But I mean, everyone has games like that. Ethan, do you have a game like that? Do you have a game like Robert's Mario is to my Halo 3?
I won't lie. I was a big Halo guy myself when I was younger. Like I played.
yeah.
That one's
Like-
taken. You have to pick something.
I'm
else.
sorry. Fine. Okay. Goddamn. Call of Duty Zombies when that first came out. Like I still remember the long late nights with the chums on Xbox Live, hiding up on the scaffolding in the one map, just fucking with a flamethrower, and just while they kill them and I damage them. There's strategy involved. Like, those type of games are always near and dear to my heart. But actually, there is one game that no one ever talks about because no one knows it really exists. It's called Primal Rage Bloody Fury, I think.
Is that a fighting game?
Yes, it is. And you play these people who can turn into like animals, and when there's their primal rage, and then you fight and win with that.
Oh, like from the title.
Yes, they go with the primal rage, but it's bloody, and they're furious. So it's a great game, great for the whole family.
It's
but
bloody, and everyone's furious.
Everyone's angry about it. But it was a great game to
boy.
play. Me and
Yeah.
my brother loved it. That and SSX Tricky was our shit back in the day.
SSX Tricky. Robert,
Like the
have you
OG
ever?
game.
I'm
Yeah.
like never heard these words before. I'm like, you just made those words up.
It was.
It's just- oh.
Ethan, please explain SSX Tricky, because this is
Essentially,
yeah.
it's a snowboarding game, but it's way more than just a snowboarding game. Like you snowboard, but you do these fucking physics-defying tricks as like your ultimate. to try and get the highest score. Like the one guy when he goes off, they're all individual characters, are like really defined. One guy's just fucking insane. Like, he whips snowboard off his feet and spins it around his neck, kind of like a little necklace, and then just he grabs it again and lands on it, and he just keeps going.
Yeah.
And it was great for young people discovering themselves and snowboarding.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should try this game. I'm like quarter life crisis and rediscover myself with snowboarding, Furious, XX.
What have we done? This upcoming talented actor, man.
Yeah.
He's going to quit everything and become a snowboarder just after playing this game.
Yeah.
I played the game once and I'm like, I could do that in real life. I could snowboard.
Robert Popoli found dead on the Black Diamond.
I don't even wait till winter. There's no snow anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm
He's just hanging
it's the
from a
same.
tree,
Yeah.
upside down by the snowboard. Just
Why is this game I've never heard of resulting in my death? Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
cursed.
the thing you got to know, Robert, is that every guest leaves with a list of games that they have to now play because, you went on a video game podcast. You have to now play
Okay,
everything.
That's true.
Patrick, I think we're forgetting the one that he should play most of all. It's the game you and I both love, and that's fueled our love in this podcast. And we know Robert's already a big fan of the professional.
We already know.
But
This is why we
he's
brought
the
him
best.
on.
This is why you brought him on. Patrick, I'm surprised Robert hasn't touched Overwatch yet. I think
Yeah.
Undersea.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Is that the one?
You read me like a book.
Are you guys talking about Wii Trainer? Is that what you guys talking about?
Angry Birds was pretty fun back in the day.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
It was.
Like that's the game. That's what we're talking about, right?
Of
Yeah.
course, that's what made, like, people think we talked about like certain esports on this podcast, but no, it's just me, Pat, playing Angry Birds together.
I was
Angry wins.
obsessed with Angry Birds in high school, though. Like, no joke. All of the time.
Yeah.
It pissed me off. I tried to win so many times now.
My friends threw me a surprise party when I was 17, and it was literally Angry Birds themed. They got me like Angry Birds plushies, and all the decorations were Angry Birds. It was like, wild.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding. The story about that day has nothing to do with video games, but essentially, like, my friends at the time, my high school friends, were planning a surprise party for me, but I obviously did not find out. Like, they did a very good job of keeping it from me. So on the day of my birthday, so it's my friends Mary, Joe, and Jane. So the plan was, they were like, we're gonna go out for sushi dinner on your birthday. Like, that's what we're gonna do. And I was like, okay, that's fun. So the day arrived, my birthday arrived, and my mom was like, let's go out. Like, I want to take you out for the day. Until you have to your plans tonight. And I was like, okay. So we're going out, and like nobody's really like, this is back in the day where like everyone like had to post on your wall. Like, that was like the thing.
Right.
On your Facebook wall. So like nobody was really posting on the wall. Nobody was really texting me like happy birthday. And it was kind of just like a silent day. And I was like, okay, it's fine. And Mary Jo and Jim were like, yeah, like we'll do like a 6 p.m. like dinner, sushi dinner, like we'll just go. And I was like, okay. So my mom and I are like running errands, and I'm like, she's like, where do you want to go? I was like, Chapters. Like, yes, because that's my favorite place to just like walk around. So we just got Chapters, and we go to Starbucks after because it's like attached. And we sit down, and I start just like crying, and she's like, what's wrong? And I was like, nobody's saying happy birthday to me. I don't know what's going on, and I'm really grateful for Mary Jo and Jane, and I'm really excited, but like nobody else even said anything or even wants to do anything. And my mom, obviously knowing that at the moment everyone was setting up at my house, was like,
God.
oh, I'm so sorry, Robert, it's okay. So we got home, and I walked in the house, and like literally like 40 people were there, and it was all Angry Birds themed, and it was insane.
Did they throw the plushies at you?
Maybe.
Or no?
I kind of blacked out when I walked in the house because I didn't know. I was like, oh my god, my dumb brother put up Angry Birds streamers. Like, I had no idea what was going on.
Right.
I walked into the living room, and there was like 40 like people from my high school. It was insane. I've never experienced a moment like that before.
Was
like
was that your like first surprise party?
First and only surprise party.
And only. Okay.
And only.
Okay.
Because the people I'm friends with now haven't thrown me one.
Fair. Very fair. Very fair.
Interesting.
Um,
Very good.
I turn around, everyone from our friend group is behind me.
I'm just somehow there, still with my camera.
yeah. Robert, happy late birthday.
2
I
months
just
later,
come up,
like,
I'm
we
just
finally
under
got
the
here.
stairs. Oh god, this son of a bitch so good.
Yeah. Which would be like a miracle if we were able to pull off a surprise party in my house, because I live in a loft and there's no doors except
Everyone
to my
would just
bathroom.
have to jump from over the. They could come
Over
down.
the-
It'd be in Pat's bedroom. We have ropes.
Yeah. Yeah,
just-
everyone would just repel from the
It's
loft.
not that high. You don't need ropes.
No. No.
One person would twist their ankle, and I
Yeah.
think that's it.
And that's all it takes. It takes one
Exactly.
person to
You land
I think
on
it's
that
worth
person,
it.
and you're okay.
It's just the one. We can keep partying.
Yeah.
That's one out of how many? That's a worthy sacrifice.
We'll
But
give
one
them-
of three. Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go.
We'll give them a chair. They can sit on the chair. It'll be fine.
It'll be
I'll
fine.
get a piece of cake if there's any left. Like, that's
Exactly.
fine.
If
If there's any left, like,
Because
we're
they're
not
not-
guaranteeing anything.
Yeah.
They're definitely not a priority at this point. So.
Yeah. If
No,
they're not,
they're already injured. Then what are they didn't want tape for?
yeah, if they can't stand in line, like they shouldn't. I shouldn't
Have
have
they
to
earned
wait.
We just send them home at that point. They're injured, and I'm like, you really shouldn't be here. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You almost
Yeah.
ruined the birthday surprise. I think you should leave.
I cannot believe how off topic I've taken this.
You know what?
That's how it goes.
Yeah. No.
You're like, want to come on a gaming podcast? And I'm like, so for my 17th birthday, I had a surprise.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeeks.
It's sort of about video games.
It's not.
It's
Yeah.
in the same realm
Pretending
of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, the day after, I probably played Smash Brothers or something. So.
There you go.
Oh.
Actually, wait, that does bring up an interesting thing. Patrick, wait, sorry, Robert. Were you there for the last time when we did the tournament?
No, but I was gonna say we did throw a surprise party for Patrick once that
Yes,
was
that's
disguised as a Super Smash
Oh,
Brothers
that's
tournament.
right. We've gotten Pat a couple times with that.
No.
As
no.
if you've fallen, Patrick, for surprise parties multiple times from the same group of people, Patrick.
From the same
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
We don't change
What-
anything.
With the
It's just
same,
like,
in the same thing at the same place
Patrick.
with the same people.
we're gonna have a Smash Bros. Turn. Okay. Oh, you guys.
Not-
2 days later.
not a
Patrick,
feather
we're having
ruffled.
another one.
Not a question.
What everyone needs to understand, and I need complete
Patrick
silence for
loves
this.
Smash
What I need is complete silence. What everyone needs to understand is that I love playing video games for real, for seriousness, for tournaments, for all whatever. I love it. It's like it's what gets me up in the morning. And whenever people are like, "Hey, let's do like a tournament," I'm like, "Yeah, it can't be anything else. It has to be my favorite thing ever."
And it never
And it
is.
never is. Yeah.
It's just always a surprise party with all your closest friends.
I think
That's the thing. I remember setting up for the first surprise. Now we're on the topic.
Wait,
of
I had to
surprise.
go fetch you. I remember. Yeah.
you did. Yeah,
But
you.
I remember I was like setting up at the apartment.
Right.
And I remember being like, is he gonna be really disappointed that it's not a Smash Brothers tournament? I was like, he might be actually like, this might be worse than if it really was a Smash Brothers tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% was.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed when I won.
Great. All my
I was a
hard
little
work.
disappointed.
What are everyone
I
doing
think-
here? Are they here to watch?
Yeah, I think the irony is that my birthday, I get promised like my favorite thing, and then everyone's like, surprise, it's just all of your friends who love you and hang out with you and like are here to support your birthday, and I'm like, oh man, I don't get to
Boo.
I don't-
Put on Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Now.
I don't get to lose to Adam again. Damn. I'm so mad.
Hey, never
pretty
forget
good.
when that boy
Yeah.
came like 8th in the Brawl tournament.
Ooh. See,
Adam, our friend Adam thinks he's he's a hot shit.
yeah,
Nah.
he's been on the podcast before, and he's talked a whole lot of smack about being good at Super Smash Brothers.
And he can't stand up for himself right now.
yeah,
Screw you,
right.
What? What's he gonna do?
And where is he? He's not
Yeah,
here.
he's not here.
Text me if you have a problem after this gets uploaded, Adam.
After we release it, and some people have watched it, hopefully, then you can talk.
Yeah. First, we need people to
I'll
watch
give
it
you the
first.
timestamps, Adam, so you know exactly where I'm talking smack about you.
He's just gonna be watching, and so he's enjoying this delightful conversation. I love Robert, love Pat, hopefully love Ethan.
Yeah.
And he's just like, all of a sudden, oh, fuck you, Adam. Gets to that point near the end of the podcast.
It was bound to happen.
Yeah, we just hit it.
Yeah.
We hit it in the middle of the podcast. That's what we did. Oh my god. But there's other games that I get really competitive about and that I've played with Robert. And
Oh,
Robert
yes.
Robert is a particularly good Mario Tennis player. Particularly
Mario,
good.
Tennis, Aces, Nintendo Switch, 2018. I believe.
And you know, I I went over to Robert's house like I do, and I went over and he was showing me a bunch of games, and then he was like, yeah, like I got Mario Aces, and I was like, oh my god, like I want to play that. That sounds so fun. Like let's do it. What was the final score? Because there
Oh
was,
my god! Well, which one? Like it's usually 11-0. It's usually 11-0 or something like that. Ridiculous.
There was,
But we played it, Patrick, literally so many times. Like your old London apartment, when you lived with Dylan, at my apartment. Like I just bring this everywhere. Like for that year, every time we hung out, I was like, guess it's time for Mario Tennis.
Literally.
I don't think I've played it with anyone else, like in recent memory, besides the like 8 million times you and I have played it.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
if you're gonna win is the other thing. You never will.
You just like to give him the false hope. It just makes it even sweeter because he thinks he can. He really does.
He really does every time. I honestly also forgot I was wearing this Mario hat still. Just noticed.
I've just been playing with it, but I do. Okay, Mario Aces. Whoa, that was right in the microphone. Mario Aces is a great game, and for whatever reason, I'm no good at it. I'm literally the worst.
Like, I don't think I'm good at it. I think you're just so bad.
Shut up, Robert.
Like, I don't think, like, I've definitely not been a beast when I play with other people. Like, you're just horrible at it.
Okay.
So it makes me look good.
I gotta go, guys. I gotta go.
He's gonna come into my frame right now and punch
just
me in the
beat him up.
face.
God, no,
I'm trying so hard not to look to my right.
Yeah.
Patrick and I, like we said before, are bubbling together. So he's over yonder, and
Very
I think
close.
we're pretty good with just not looking at him.
God damn it. I'm so mad.
He is so horrible at my.
Shut up. What I lack in Mario Ace's skill, I make up with in like a sort of okay mustache.
It's getting better.
It's been worse, but
That
it
was
also
whiplash comparing those two things.
I needed I needed to
needs
get
this,
I
okay? He
needed
really-
I needed one win.
I
need
can't
one
play Mario
win.
Tennis, but I do have a mustache.
Do you have a mustache? Robert just like, I have a mustache.
So
Yeah.
what am I then?
Yeah.
You didn't beat me at mustache.
No, I can never beat you a mustache. I can't even beat you at facial hair. So like I don't even know. I don't know.
Robert's
I
beard
wish
is
I had my. Oh, but like you guys missed it when Patrick saw, but the last thing I did before COVID hit was I was in Beauty and the Beast and I was playing Cogsworth. So I had like grown the ends of my mustache out and I had my like beard wax and I like had to curl them at the ends as best as possible. Some nights if it wasn't working, I would just like straighten it so they looked like clock handles.
Because you're a clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it made sense to me as the
does.
viewer that those are clock hands because, as Patrick so eloquently said, you were a clock.
I think that's the title of the episode.
You were a clock.
You were a clock?
You were a clock.
Featuring Robert Popoli.
Honest story of my life. That's the name of my autobiography.
Yeah.
You were a clock.
You were.
But I remember twisting them so hard during tech, trying to like warm this, like, because I'd never done it. And like after I did it for the first week, it was like there.
Oh my god.
But like the first 2 days, I was like it was like my skin was raw underneath the edges here, because I was twisting it so hard and it hurt.
He's a very
And like,
committed.
I remember like
Yeah.
3 days later, one of the designers, I was like, oh my god, my mustache. He's like, what? I was like, I'm like curling my mustache. He's like, I can't even see it from the audience. I was like, you okay? Well,
You're shitty.
my skin's like raw and red.
my
and I was
God.
like, oh my god.
That's so rude.
It's fine. I'll just do it for myself, I guess. Then the pictures came out really nicely, so
Yeah.
I'll just take that with me.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a good show. Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, it was a great time.
2019, 2020, or 2020,
2019.
2021.
We played for 2 weeks.
That's
in
right.
March.
That's right. Oh man, it was already March. Wow.
I know. It's been 6 months since
Yeah.
that
Oh man.
moment in time.
Yeah. Well, Robert, we at the podcast have one more question for you, and
Yes,
I
it's
think
very
I think it's important that we tie it together, with what we do. What is your experience, if any, with esports?
Nothing at all.
Not
that
a
the right
single
answer?
thing. Yeah, that's a totally right answer.
That's acceptable.
I've watched my brother play the NHL games.
or
It's the
as
same thing.
or as the kids call it, Chell.
Chell.
Yes,
I love Chell.
Yeah. So I'm familiar
you're familiar. Yeah.
because he buys them every single year, even though it's the same goddamn game every time.
There's a bunch of people that are boycotting the 2020 new games because they're putting stats on players that like aren't proven because there's been no like there's been hardly been any games.
All they have are the other 35 NHLs that exist from the like 90s.
Yeah.
Whenever
Don't
they
forget about the
started it.
UK games. Like there's just the other franchise as well. There's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've witnessed those games to the point where he played the NHL so much that I remember being home a few weeks ago and he like played a song. I don't even know what song it was, and I just had like war flashbacks. I was like, this was in the NHL game. My mom was like, what? How do you remember that? I'm like, because just like I just like was like had visions of the past. I was like, Michael, turn it off. This is from one of your NHL games, and I need you to shut it off now.
Please stop. Please.
Like, turn it off.
It's taking me back to 2014.
14, no, like 2005.
Oh wow.
Like
What a
we're
year.
going back.
What a
he was
year.
like, yeah.
Good year.
Goblet of Fire, great year.
Oh my god, Goblet of Fire. What else happened in 2005? Ethan, go.
That movie came out and I saw it multiple times. And Harry Potter had weird hair.
Did that really come out in 2005?
I think so, because I'm pretty sure Prisoner of Azkaban came out in 2004.
Fuck.
That's right, because I moved into my house the day it came out.
Wow.
I moved to my new house 2005.
There you go. Was that the one my mom and dad lived in?
No. I was Ethan. I was 10, so I would not.
I don't know.
Yeah. But that is a very fun fact while we're talking about it. So my student house that I had with 4 wonderful roommates in London, I had a Halloween party in my like grade 12 fourth year of university. I had a Halloween party with my roommates and a bunch of people. So I invited like my school friends and also my like out of school friends. This would have been like Patrick and Ethan, like our group of friends. So I invited them. So Ethan and everyone came and we had a great time. And they like were like the last ones there, and we were having fun. And Ethan's like, my mom's gonna come pick me up. So his mom pulled up to the house to pick him up, and she got out and she was like, this was my first house in London. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, this is my garden. We planted this garden. This is my house.
My dad made the garden box.
Patrick, did you not know this story?
I did not know this story.
Literally. Oh, because you had left the party before.
Yeah.
You had already left the party.
Right.
Oh my, it was so funny. It was like Ethan was like struggling to get in the car, and his mom was like, this is my house. And I was like, that's insane.
I was very proud.
So good.
No.
It was so crazy.
How does that happen?
They needed a place to stay, and
Well,
they
yeah.
moved in there.
That's
But it was like, so I say student house, but it was like a house in the suburbs that was like being like,
yeah. It was
you
big.
know, it was a student. It was like 5 bedrooms. They were using it as a student house, but it was like just like a suburban house.
Yeah.
So I mean, I loved it, and it was well kept and made for us, I guess, by Ethan's parents.
As they
did
do. We butlers are a tidy people.
They did so much for that house.
It was literally, Patrick, I want you to like picture like 2 a.m. Ethan and friends climbing into their car, me waving them goodbye on the porch, and Ethan's mom looking around the house that used to be hers.
out of the car, arms fully out, just like, this is my house.
Literally, like, could you imagine? Picture it, because I lived that. It was brilliant.
I think that's the greatest thing I've ever heard. That's so funny.
I cannot believe I've not told you that story.
Mama Butler. I love it.
Iconic.
That is iconic.
She was there.
Man. Well, this actually, unfortunately, brings us to the end of our podcast episode.
We still have to ask the most important question, though, Patrick.
And what's that, Ethan?
We have a question for Robert, if you don't recall.
We have well, please, the floor is yours.
Robert, we've had a hard time with this one, you know. So we wanted to bring you on and ask your expertise. So we know you're so well informed with this subject. Robert, who's going to win the Overwatch League 2020 season? Like, who do you think's going all the way? Who do you got?
Oh, the guy that has the face is gonna go really far, I think.
Wow.
Insightful.
He's the one with the nose and the eyes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's who. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Not to confuse him with the guy with the nose and the eyes.
Yes, of course. I think Robert, who out of the 2 team names, based solely on their team names, who is the best team in the Overwatch League? I'll give you 2. Is it
Okay.
the
I'm like, do I have to guess?
Yeah. Is it the Shanghai Dragons or the San Francisco Shock?
The what?
The San Francisco Shock.
I like the Dragons. That's fierce.
He's picking the APAT team to go all the way.
You know what?
He's got the inside info.
Yeah, this
I
is
swear
a hot
if they
take.
win, I'm taking over. One of you has to leave the show.
Yeah, it's
Robert's
true.
got to buy a jersey if they win.
Yeah, yo,
No,
if
we will buy Robert a jersey
if they win, yes, we will get you one. Just
I
because,
will wear it when I am here.
yeah, just because you're such a huge fan. I
You're a
don't
huge
want
fan
you.
of Dragons.
Yeah,
You can
We
get me
know
a
it.
Mario jersey. No one's stopping you from
red.
doing that. No one is stopping you guys from buying me any gifts.
Oh.
Not a soul.
Good,
Do
good.
what you must.
You're gonna get him fully decked out in OWL gear. And
Exactly.
I want him to walk around Toronto and be like, "I'm a big fan." Ask me.
I'm a huge fan. I love esports. It's so good.
I love
I would probably get stopped and questioned too. I'm like sure someone would be like, "Oh my god, did you watch the thing?" And I'd be like, "Not one bit."
Is this what this is for? I don't know.
I couldn't even tell you where to watch it.
I'll be like, "This jersey was literally sent to me, and it's very comfortable." That's all I have to say about that.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think that prediction is nice. Very, very
Spicy
nice.
take.
Yes.
I'm so glad I got it correct.
Well,
An
you-
opinion piece. Correct.
You were right either way, to be honest. But I side with you. I think Shanghai is a good old
They
boy.
got it. They got
Good
this.
bet. The safe bet.
Exactly.
I have faith.
Well, Robert, it was a lovely time having
real
you.
treat.
A real treat. It was a real
It was
treat.
my pleasure.
Oh my
My
goodness.
guys. Game's my guy.
He said the thing.
Oh,
No one said the title. I had to.
We were going to ask you to sing it and maybe do a little riff.
yeah. I think
Game's my guy.
There it is.
I like the drop at the
Just
end.
like
Like
that
put
audio
that at the
to be
beginning
right.
of every episode.
That's perfect.
More time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the audio to be
My
right.
guy. There you go.
It's beautiful.
I think it's very catchy.
It's very good. Well, thank you, Robert, and you will see us next podcast.